Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's Austin at Homeowners Financial, and today we are talking about how to calculate your debt-to-income ratio. So first and foremost, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, clickety-clack, join, be a nerd with me, right? The more knowledge we have, the more power we have. My entire point of doing this is to share kind of how it works behind the curtain. So let's talk about debt-to-income and why that makes even a difference in your loan. So when you talk about qualifying a loan, there are 4 quadrants: income, assets, credit, and property. But one of the main things that says whether or not you're going to be able to get that property, get that house, is your debt to income. So how much debt you have each month in relation to your income. Now, income is calculated a lot of different ways, and I don't want to squirrel too much into that land. I mean, that's like probably like an hour, just if you really wanted to go there. But let's think about it. For most people, it's going to be your gross wages. So let's say you make, I'm going to make the math easy, $10,000 a month, okay? So your gross wages are $10,000. We're not talking about after your 401ks. We're not talking about anything that you're getting from taxes, right? Just your gross wages. So that is your income. Now let's talk about the debt. The debt is what is monthly on your credit report, as well as anything that's disclosed, as well as recurring payments, as well as, hey, the house, because that's a thing. So the house is easy. It's your mortgage, your taxes, your insurance, and your HOA dues. They call it PITIA, principal, interest, taxes, insurance, A for association. So PITIA. So let's say your housing payment is $3,000 a month. Boop, that's one bucket. Now let's talk about those other things that we're disclosing what's on our credit report. Now on our credit report, it's your car payments, your credit card minimum payment. Now, if you have a 30-day account, like an Amex account, you might be able to exclude it. We might have to hit you for a little bit, but it's what's really on your credit report is those minimum monthly payments that you're paying. If you have a student loan in deferment, tough luck, we still have to calculate a payment because guess what? You're probably gonna have to pay it back at some point, even if you're on a forgiveness program. So on that credit report, let's call it your credit card payment. So let's say that's $500 a month. So we said our housing is $3,000 and our cars and credit cards is $500. So now we're at $3,500 a month. Well, what's that weird bucket I mentioned where it's disclosed? Now, these are things like, oh, I pay my kids' rent in New York. I pay alimony or child support. We're not talking about your cell phone bills. Unless we're doing a VA loan, we're not talking about child care, things like that. We're really talking about things that are required no matter what each month. Maybe you have a boat slip, right? That could be a thing. That's a contractual agreement that you've signed up for. So let's say that's $100 a month. So in our scenario, we make $10,000 a month. Our housing is $3,000. Our cars and credit cards is $500. And our miscellaneous, we're just gonna call it alimony. It's $100. I mean, that was a really great marriage if you're only paying $100. It's a thing. So we're now at $3,600. So our debt is $3,600. Our income is $10,000. So therefore, our debt to income ratio is 36%. That's how you calculate it. So if you want to see how you qualify, there's something called the rule of 45, which is very simple. Take your income, times it by 0.45. So in this scenario, $10,000 times 0.45 is $4,500. And as long as the housing and there are little buckets equal underneath that, you're probably going to qualify. That's a rule of thumb. That is not a guideline. I mean, it's a guideline for some investors, but for some it's not, right? So when we're talking about our debt to income, again, it's what is the housing payment? What are required that we've signed up for by decree, by law, or by other agreement? Again, not your cell phone bills. Those are things you can change. And then what are the minimum items on your credit report? Of course, there's more nuances to everything, so please let me know if you have questions. I'm honored to help you and anyone else. It's Austin at Homeowners Financial. Subscribe, click through, share. Let me know what I can do for you and make it a great day.